No, I love her and I love that song, but that's not what we're doing. I know. Oh, annoying. I'm serious. It's funny. I worked with a lot of Australians over the years. A lot of artists, a lot of Australian artists. Actually, a lot of artists. Not even Aussies. I ventured outside, off territory. 19 years I've been in this band. You're thinking, I know what most of you are thinking. 19 years. That's longer than my first marriage. Some of you. Or your parents' marriage, that's what you're thinking. And that is true. 19 years for a band is statistically longer than most marriages. I don't know what that says about us, but I think we just get along. And yeah, right? We just get along. Yeah, we love each other. We have family dinners, Zach, once a week, whether you want to or not. Guy tries to flake on every freaking anyway. It's not true. Yeah, it is true. But for 19 years I've been in this band, which has been the gift of my life to be able to see the world. Truthfully, I wanted to travel. Anthony Bourdain came around and I thought, that's the gig. And I stuck with it. And it was like, music was my lifeblood. It fed the travel fed the music, and we're vagabonds. But my day job was writing songs for other artists. It still is to this day. Working this week actually on stuff with Empire of the Sun here in Australia. And there's Aaliyah, a bunch of different people. And I work with a lot of artists and done a lot of songs that you know, you just don't know that I did them, which is totally fine. There is the internet, you can maybe check it out after the show. Wait, what's his name again? Is this One Direction? Who is this? Come on, there's like 4 of you in here, you assholes, you know who you are. You came with somebody else, like One Direction got back together? Is it okay? Sick. Oh, Harry was big. So, sorry to disappoint, but a lot of these artists you know worked on 1989, Taylor Swift, Adele, 21, Ed Sheeran, Ozzy Osbourne, somebody else. I'm weird, I like all the genres, everybody from Tate McRae to Rosalia, and everybody from, let's say, if I can pull the weirdest thing out of nowhere, everybody from 21 Savage to Matt Corby. Y'all know it. Speak now, ponder the wind and leaves. His voice is insane. So we're not going to do all those songs tonight, but we're going to do a couple of them. Bear with me. So over the years, worked on a bunch of Beyonce stuff, but the first song I did with her, as much as I've tried to beat it, I don't think I've beaten it quite yet. I'm going to keep trying. But the first song I did with her is a ballad. She was in love. She called me to write a song. This is like 2009, and she actually physically called me to write a song. And artists do not do that. As many artists as I've worked with in my life, I can't remember the last time, if ever, someone has called me and said, write me a song. And she called me and said, hey baby, I'd like you to write me a song. And just like that. And I said, okay, what is it about? She said, I want it to be a ballad. She's like, I like Apologize, I like Bleeding Love, I want you to do me something like as good as that, but better. Literally, she said, but better. Thank you. Okay, so, and I said, who are you in love with? Now this was before Instagram was ripping, and everybody knew everybody's business 24/7, which I think is a travesty in and of itself. Yeah, praise the Lord. But I didn't know who she was with. She was with Jay-Z. She's on with Jay-Z. So I'm gonna cut to it. Ended up, I said, okay, 2 months later, we get off the road. I injured myself playing basketball, and we had to cancel a tour, and I'm hanging out with a friend of mine who had just written this song, SOS, for Rihanna. And I said, hey, get over here. Beyonce asked me to write her a song. Let's do it. We get in the room together and turn on the keyboard, and I just, the first thing that I pressed, literally the first patch I opened up sounded like Angels. I was like, oh my God, this sounds like Angels. We should do a song called Angels. And I was like, he looked at me and was like, yeah, actually, no, that's terrible. That's a terrible idea. That's corny. And the first thing she said to me was, don't write me anything, don't make it corny. So I was like, all right, that's terrible. And then we were like sitting there staring at each other. And I think it's important that you know the origin of, not all songs, because that would ruin everything for everybody, but some songs, maybe you should know the origin. You're about to know the origin of Halo. So, you're sitting here going, yeah, you're thinking, did he write Single Ladies? Oh, Single Lady! Oh, Single Lady! No. I wrote the good one. I'm just, come on. Yeah. So, we said, what's the thing over the head? It's the halo. And long and short of it is, we sat there for the next 3 hours and hammered this thing out, just kind of staring at each other and looking at photos of Jay-Z and trying to be inspired. Genuinely, that's what we did. We pulled up a photo of Jay-Z on the computer and stared at him and just imagine, Evan, this man is our everything. We're gonna have his children. What do they look like? They look like that guy. They look like all of us. We are all Jay-Z, right? Okay. I don't know where I'm taking this, but it's fun. Before I get canceled for some shit, I'm gonna just play this song. I dedicate this to Zach Filkins, stage left guitar tonight. Zach, I can see your halo, baby. All my walls are tumbling down. Remember those walls built, baby, they tumbled down. They didn't even put up a fight, it didn't even make a sound. Found a way to let you in, I never really had a doubt. Standing in the light of a halo, got my angel now. It's like I've been awakened, every rule I should break it. It's the risk that I'm taking, I ain't never gonna trust you out. Everyone looking now, surrounded by your embrace. Baby, I can see your halo. Know you're my saving grace. You're everything I need and more. It's written all over your face. Baby, I'm a big halo. Pray you won't fade away. Halo, I can see your halo, halo, halo. I can see your halo, halo, halo. I can see your halo, yeah. I can feel your halo, halo, halo. I can feel your halo, halo, halo. I can feel your halo, halo, halo. I can feel your halo. Oh, oh, everyone looking out, surrounded by your embrace. Maybe I can see your halo. Know you're my saving grace. Everything I need and more is written all over your face. Baby, I can feel your halo. And I pray